Today, the Bronco is getting some lighting. I guess this is going to be our first cosmetic mod to the Bronco. We have some last fit lights, 42-inch light bar, and some spot yellow pods that we're putting on. Go here, and the light bar is going to go up top there. Should be relatively straightforward install. They come with the brackets that you need, but it should be relatively simple with the auxiliary switches up there. Then if we pop the hood here, we can see our hot leads right here. And then the wires can just pass through right under the cowl into the hood. Got an assortment of grounds throughout here, so we should be covered on that. So first, let's go ahead and mount the pods. Now these already look pretty high quality. Looking good. So we got our bracket here, and then the pods themselves got their own harness attached to them. Alright, so we are gonna mount the light pods on the outside mount for now, because I need to get a dual pod mount for when I get the ditch lights. So for right now, we'll mount them on the outside. When we get the mount and the other set of ditch lights from my buddy, we'll go ahead and put those on there so we can run dual pods. Another thing is I bought the harnesses for the pods and the light bar, which would be great for a vehicle that does not have auxiliary switches, because it is fused, has a relay, and it comes with its own switch. So it's like a standalone harness, if you will. All you need to do is hook up power and ground. But since the Bronco has auxiliary switches, we're going to go ahead and use those. We'll go ahead and just use these harness pigtails and run our own wire straight to the auxiliary switch. So when you're mounting the bracket to the mirror, they include some lock washers and flat washers. Might not be a bad idea to go ahead and put those on there. Alright, pods are all wired up here. Let's go ahead and see if they work before we clean up the wiring here. We put them on aux switch 3. Here we go. Boom, let's go. Oh yes, that looks sick. So we got both of the lights mounted, and what we did here is took the pigtail that came with pod lights, ran it off there, and from the passenger side we had to extend them to the other side over here, right there. And then on the driver's side we ran both reds into one, crimped that onto our aux switch hot wire, and then both grounds, the one from the other side and the one from this side, we ran them both into a little eye loop to attach to the ground here. And pretty simple. Now we'll go ahead and clean that up, and the next job is going to be the light bar. And it might be a bit more challenging, not sure. Apparently, to remove these, you just, oh, there's a tab, push down on it, this little thing, these come right off here. And we'll remove these two 10mm nuts here, so that way we can mount our new bracket to presumably mount the light bar. Seems pretty straightforward. Alright, so opening up the light bar here, looks like we got some side brackets and bottom brackets. From what I saw from another video, I believe the side brackets are what you would mount to the side to mount it on like a roof, and the bottom would be if you were to mount it on the bumper. Alright, so we had to wait a couple of days here for our new brackets to come in, but we finally got them so we can mount the light bar. They're from Quake LED, and it's for a 42-inch light bar, so they should work perfectly. So we'll go ahead and pop those covers off and install the brackets. Alright, so to mount the bracket, you actually don't put the nuts on first. You put the bracket and the little slide plate on, because their groove for the nuts to slide through is not big enough. So you put both of those on, and then you just put the nuts on top of them. Alright, so finally got the light bar mounted. Now we're getting into the wiring of it, and we're going to use the roof pass-through wire here. So in order to get to it, we had to remove the visor, which entailed popping this trim panel off and twisting the visor just right so it would come out, and then unplug the harness. Then we popped this trim panel off here, and there's a wire inside there. Now that we located the wire, we're gonna go ahead and run our light bar wire through this little channel right here. Gonna cut probably a little X through there, feed the wire through. Comes through on the other side, and then we'll come right through cabin right here to our hot wire. Snipping her off. All right, moment of truth. Wow. Yes. Holy. Wow. Wow. That is great.
Dude, it's not even dark out yet. And it's lights up the whole.
You can see it in the daytime.
That's a sick light bar, dude.
Dude, with all the lights on, it looks awesome. All right, so now we're out in the dark in the woods here, and we got all the light bars on. Check that out. Lights it up like it's daytime almost. Just the last fit light bar and pods. Oh geez, yeah, that's just gonna blow out the camera. It looks so good though. Lights up the trail, great. And once we get those ditch lights up on the roof bar, that's gonna be even better, because where I'm standing at right now, it'll light up that area so you could see effectively the sides of the trails at night, which technically means we could do that hill climb over there at this time of day, but we gotta wait for my buddy to get his new heretic ditch lights so that way I can get his. It'd be nice if you could just turn on zone lighting when you're driving, because that would be great. So ditch lights on top of that. With it off, you can't really see over there, but if you turn them on, it'd be freaking amazing. Oh yeah, because it lights up the ground over there too.
Yeah.
So if you could have those on, I heard that you could like permanently wire them on, I thought.
So it goes all the way back.
Yeah, so you could see
everywhere.
all the way down. It's off. Here's the fogs. It's just like a 5-foot section that's like 15 feet away from you, which is fine driving down the road. That's great. Okay, the high beams, you know, they're decent, but then when you turn on the light bar and stuff, the high beams don't make a difference.
Yeah, you can't tell.
You can hardly tell. Yeah, maybe next lighting venture would be some rigid fogs. Maybe get the set of 3 so that way you could aim them down, like a couple of them or one of them down like right in front of you, and then the rest like down the road or whatever. Dude, I bet you can actually see on camera now.
Oh yeah.
It's like dark, pretty dark out here.
Yeah, you can film at night now with the lights.
Yeah, that's super nice.
Oh yeah. There we go.
And we survived. And that is going to wrap it up for lighting on the Bronco. Make sure you stay tuned for the next couple videos on the Bronco, because we got some special things coming for it. Also, stay tuned for a video coming up on the twin turbo Vet. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this lighting setup. and the brand Last Fit or LAS Fit, not sure which one it is, but it seems to be pretty high quality, and lighting output seems to be pretty high, so I don't think you can complain with that. But if you enjoyed, drop a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe. With all that being said, join the club, and I'll see you in the next one.